Go.
Good afternoon. It is just past 3 p.m. Eastern outside the John J. Moakley Courthouse in Boston. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, and John O'Keefe and Karen Reed, grand juror leaker Jessica Leslie, as indeed predicted by myself, did have her proposed plea disposition rejected by Judge Talwani. Instead of time served, 1 day in prison, 24 months supervised release, and $100 special assessment, Jessica Leslie will be sentenced to time served, 1 day, 24 months supervised release, 2 months of home detention for the first 2 months of that supervised release. Now, Judge Talwani read Miss Leslie the riot act in court, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Talwani made very clear that this was more than just Jessica Leslie leaking once or twice. It was a pattern over a year and a half, leaking to a friend who then went out and revealed the information. And I will say, during the argument from the prosecution, Judge Talwani had a lot of questions, but it was during the argument for the defense that things got worse. The defense argued that this punishment could discourage people from serving on grand juries or talking to their spouses while doing so. Judge Talwani said, no, absolutely not. Federal grand jury service is not a booby trap. This is not the same as speaking to one's husband or wife. This was multiple revelations of multiple times to someone who then revealed the information on social media. Now, the friend was more so interested in the case than Miss Leslie. That was one of the arguments offered by the defense lawyer. Judge did not buy it. Judge said in some ways that is worse. It means that this grand juror and the friend had a position on the matter before them. Leslie's lawyer argued that they were trying to free Karen Reed by leaking the information. Judge Talwani did not have it. The point is how Judge Talwani said how that excuses this at all, and it doesn't. Miss Leslie wasn't neutral. That was Miss Leslie's lawyer walking behind me right now, ladies and gentlemen. And then, as I mentioned, there will be 24 months of supervised release. And Judge Talwani also said, I was so impressed by that jury that Judge Talwani herself impaneled. But you can't do it if you don't want to or are unable to live up to the promises of confidentiality, because that creates a problem. And Judge Talwani said now that she tells all her jurors, if you can't keep information secret, if you can't keep this private, do not serve on the jury. And I will say there was a moment where the defense counsel turned around from Judge Talwani to a half-empty courtroom and said, the fervor is here in the courtroom, that's why she leaked. Oh no, Judge Talwani did not buy that argument. Now, I will say Jessica Leslie did get up there before her sentencing, and I have my notes here, and she did give a tearful apology, ladies and gentlemen. That tearful apology I will try to read from my notes. Miss Leslie says, I am sincerely sorry for the harm I did. I disrespected the judicial system. I understand I could have seriously harmed someone by revealing what I did. I know you have to have faith in us, Judge Talwani, so that the system can uphold the best possible version of itself. This has personally and professionally impacted me. She then paused and continued crying. I just want the court to know I'm sincerely sorry for what I did. I understand confidentiality and our oaths are important. I truly regret what I did, not only because I am here today, but because I was a law-abiding citizen my entire life. I am sorry I harmed the court and could have potentially harmed others. It was at that moment that Judge Talwani then took 90 seconds in a dramatic pause before rendering her ruling, rejecting the proposed plea disposition and condemning Miss Leslie to 2 months home confinement during 24 months of supervised release. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, reporting live from outside the John J. Moakley Courthouse, where Chris Albert was in attendance, and we extend all of us an apology to Chris Albert. Kate Peter should not have spread the rumor that you and your son sold drugs out of your pizza shop. We all apologize. My name's Grant Smith Ellis. God bless and good luck.